We know that Amazon has been laying waste to the entire retail cohort, but there's at least one kind of merchant that still managed to thrive in this environment: the discount chains that give people better deals than they can find online. Take Ollie's Bargain Outlet, O-L-L-I, the discount warehouse chain that came public back in July of 2015. Since then, the stock has rallied 160%, including a fabulous 46% gain year to date. Yet while the rest of retail struggles, Ollie's, with its 247 stores across 20 states, adding all the time, has been doing just fine. Company reported a strong quarter a week and a half ago, a nice top and bottom line beat, and the stock surged in response. Today, it gave back some of these gains as part of the broader sell-off in the market's winners, with Ollie coming down $1.75 or more than 4%. Could this be a buying opportunity? Let's take a closer look with Mark Butler, the chairman and CEO of Ollie's Bargain Outlets, to learn more about how his company is doing. I love the bargain outlets. You know that. Good to see you, Mark. How are you?
Great to be back.
Sorry we were fooling around with that bobblehead, but Ollie's makes us very excited.
Well, me too.
Okay. One of the things that I thought was incredible was that you started your call by saying the buying environment, which of course is getting merchandise, the offer environment that we are living in right now, in my opinion, of 35 years in the business, has never been stronger. How can that be?
Well, I think, Jim, it has a lot to do with us going public nearly 2 years ago already.
Right.
I think the visibility that going public, that it's provided Ollie's, we're more meaningful to the manufacturer. We're more meaningful to everybody that has product, because we can buy more product, we can sell more product, we can take the goods, we can pay for the goods, and the visibility that going public has provided us really has provided a spark.
Okay, well, let's think about that. One of the things that I was worried about was that if you had too many stores, there wouldn't be enough merchandise. Why is it that there's a plethora?
Well, you know, that's been the question that I've been asked 34 and a half years ago, and it just will never go away, nor should it, because, you know, that's the juggler vein to our business. Can we get deals?
Yeah.
You know, you said last week, and it was in relation to the clothing business, about the right item at the right time. That's what Ollie's is all about. That is retailing, the right item at the right time, but for Ollie's, it's at the right price. And that's what turns on the American consumer. Give them a bargain. It will never go out of style.
Okay, so why do the consumer products companies want to have their stuff at Ollie's?
Well, you know, there's always package changes. You know, maybe there's a shampoo with 1/3 extra, or maybe there's a shampoo with a different additive. There's always products being made to turn the consumer on. What does the manufacturer do with the excess or the older product? It's brand new. They sell it to Ollie's, and we sell it at drastically reduced prices direct to the consumer.
And is that one of the reasons why, once again, the Ollies Army membership grew at our normal rate? I love this. A normal rate of 29%?
Yeah, you know, Ollie's Army now almost 8 million members strong. That's a country.
Yes.
8 million members. We know a lot about Ollie's Army. We know their buying patterns. We know what they're buying. We know what they want. And we also know that they spend about 40% more than a non-Ollie's Army member. So it's enormous. We know that they're willing to drive upwards to 25 or 30 miles to get to one of our stores. And it's just, they're very loyal. These are real hardcore bargainauts. These are people that really want to save money.
Now, the great Peter Lynch, who ran Magellan Fund up at Fidelity, he always said, if you can find a concept that works in one part of the country, and you're pretty sure that the American people like it, then it can work all through the country. You've got a lot of expansion ahead of you.
Yeah, well, we've been doing this for a long time,
Right.
Jim. 247 stores in 20 states. I can tell you I've never had a store lose money. It doesn't matter where we go. It doesn't matter who we're next to. It doesn't matter what shopping center we're in. Each store stands on its own. And, you know, that's why we're so bullish on the growth pattern and what we're doing. You know, we've committed, you know, mid-teen store count growth year over year. And we've been able to open up these stores at or above our expectations. The American consumer wants to save money. They love bargains.
Well, you used a term that I think resonated throughout your conference call, the shopping center. These shopping centers have space, and they want Ollie's, don't they?
Yeah, well, you know, even since going public, we're more appealing to these landlords.
Right.
So we're able to get, you know, we're not necessarily getting great main centers, because that's not how we make a living.
Right.
But we are more appealing to these landlords.
And that means better rent deals than you probably had even a couple years ago.
Yeah, and you know, we'll open up this year between 30 and 35 stores. So that's really meaningful to these landlords.
Now, some of the companies that are in your shape, when they start moving, they tell me, you know what, we can't keep up with the distribution center. That happened with Five Below. How are you in terms of, like, if you decide to go full hog out west, you need more distribution centers? Because that does cost.
Yeah, we have 2 distribution centers, one in central Pennsylvania and one in Georgia. And we feel as though we have the capacity to get to 350 to 400 stores. Well, that's a pretty good poke from 247. So we think we're pretty good shape, but we've told the street that probably in 2019 we'll probably be looking for additional logistic capabilities.
Now, how is it that, say, Florida, which has very little in common with Pennsylvania, that both could be doing so good when you open new stores?
Well, you know what? I think Florida has a northern influence, and I think that, you know, a lot of the people, we would open up in Hudson, Florida a week or 2 ago, and somebody would send me an email and say, oh my God, thank God you're here because now I don't have to go to Hazleton, Pennsylvania anymore. I just think that it's the influence of the north that's going to, and, you know, we do appeal a lot to the older consumer. Perhaps Florida has a little bit of an older consumer that we would appeal to.
So just so our people who've not been, Californians listening.
Yeah.
What was it, Ollie? What did the Army just see that was really exciting?
Well, you know, coffee has been a mainstay for us for a while, and we have a sensational deal on coffee. We have pool chemicals, we have summer furniture, we have Scott's Lawn Fertilizer, and that might just be a couple of names, because a lot of the names I can't tell you about. I can't advertise because the manufacturer wants it to disappear as quietly as they can, and we give the consumer a bargain.
Oh, one last question. It is pretty clear that the rest of retail is suffering. Your people are doing better, or you're just offering a better bargain?
Well, you know, that's what we do for a living, is give bargains. You know, we try to buy, our business, the complexity is in the simplicity. We buy cheap and we sell cheap. You know, that's what we do. And we pass the savings right to the consumer and give them a bargain. You know what? Then we say thanks and they come back in. So it's a pretty cool concept.
Well, what a terrific story. I mean, we've been with you for pretty long, so you got to give us credit.
And thank you. Thank you for your support.
Absolutely. We have to thank J.P. Morgan, Matthew Boss for turning me on. I always say that because I would not know about Ollie's otherwise, but I want to join the Army.
Great.
All right.
To have you. Thanks, Jim.
Okay, thank you. That's Mark Butler, Chairman, President, CEO of Ollie's Bargain Outlet. We've been behind this one, and we are not abandoning it. I say go in on this discount. Stick with Cramer. Booyah! Jim Cramer here from Mad Money. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube. Click here to subscribe and get the jump on my exclusives with CEOs, plus market news, investing advice, and a whole lot more.